Hey guys, this is Nathan and welcome back to FTB Beyond. So I am back here in the spawn area because I kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update on what's been going on here. So Apache and I were kind of working together, kind of looking at a way to make this area look a little bit better. And one thing that we did was to replace the path blocks here with the Tinker's Construct brownstone. Now we're using brownstone bricks and smooth brownstone, and then in the brownstone bricks every once in a while we are using cracked brownstone bricks. Now we wanted to have something in this regular brownstone that kind of gave the same effect as the cracked brownstone bricks here on the outside edge, but the only block that was really available was this rough brownstone. Now if we take a look at this, in contrast with everything else, it's just far too extreme. So if we put another one here next to it, yeah, it's kind of got the cracked texture, but it does not look right. It is far too extreme of a block. So what we thought to try was a little bit of chisels and bits, and we were working with flat colored blocks. So the flat colored blocks is made with this colored block crafter. Now this thing is made with just a red, green, cyan, and purple dye around an iron ingot, and then what you need is some kind of dyes and cobblestone glass or glowstone in your inventory. And when you open this thing up, this will be populated with all of the various different kind of blocks that you can make. For instance, we have dark orange block number 137, which has a red value of 119, green of 103, and blue of 60. Now, this block by itself looks very close to the dark colors in these. But once you start putting it in, it doesn't really fit. I'm having a hard time finding a block that really matches the color scheme. And so I don't know what I want to do there. But yeah, been working with that a little bit, trying to make some lighter cracks out here in this area. And one thing that we might be able to do is use the rough brownstone and just replace all the cracks in it. But so I also have been kind of trying to help Apache to get some of this actual landscaping figured out, and I don't know what that little lag spike was about. But yeah, trying to get some of that stuff figured out. Obviously, there is way too much grass out here. We need to trim some of that back, make a little bit of it to be tall grass, replace a little bit of the grass with some coarse dirt, and, just general landscaping tips and tricks that I've picked up over time. And, yeah, I think that'll be pretty nice once we finally get all that done. But we aren't going to be working here in Spawn today. We are going to be continuing on with Draconic Evolution. Now, one thing that Apache has done is to set up over here a Draconic Infusion, the fusion crafting. Now, I don't really want to use this because I want to learn how to do this stuff myself. So for now, I'm going to make the absolute simplest setup that we can with the fusion crafting, and I keep picking up Apache's blocks. So let's try to get away as fast as we can. There we go. But so I am going to get back to the mountain base. We're going to try to figure out some stuff as to how to make this fusion crafting work, and then I'll be back. So I've been doing a little checking into the Draconic Evolution information tablet, and one thing that we need in order to make all of this fusion crafting stuff is the fusion core, the crafting core. Now this crafting core requires blocks of lapis. Now we really don't have a lot of lapis because it's all in ore form. So I started looking at the best ways to deal with the lapis to get our maximum on the lapis lazuli, and the best that we can do actually looks like with the tectonic initiator in the pulverizer. So that will give us 13. Now, Fortune 3 is supposed to give us 13 as well, but of course that is a random thing. But so what I want to do is set up here, this guy right here is for our tectonic, whatever, yeah, that thing. So what we're going to do, we're going to place this in here, and this should start now. Let's see here. We have to set this to auto input, and that should give us quite a bit. Oh, whoops. No, no, no. No, don't make the... Alright, well, I guess I don't want that. So we're going to have to actually make a recipe for this. So let's go ahead and set this up here. Let's clear this. And we want the ore. So lapis. Yeah, so we made a little bit of the lapis lazuli dust. We don't want that. So we want to grab 2 more of these because it's going to give us 13 each, and then we want 1 of those. And this, actually, we have to go into here. We need a processing pattern. We're going to do 1 of those equals 13 of these, and we need a pattern. So let's go ahead and grab some patterns, and we'll set that pattern up. And we're going to put this in over here, if I can fly properly. And so that's going to give us our maximum on the lapis ore. And now what we want to do is set up another one for crafting. And we're going to do 9 lapis, because I don't have this. What is going on? Hello? There we go. Okay, so we want 9 lapis into a lapis block, and we're going to drop this into our crafters here. Where do we want to put this? How about right there, because we have all of these others, even though these we don't need anymore, because we have those in these guys. They are automatically available. So let's go ahead and break all those patterns, and we will set those back in over here. So now we can make some lapis blocks. So we'll craft up at least 4 of these. And I don't think, yeah, we shouldn't need any of the other stuff with that. Now the core also requires some iron and a draconic core. Iron? Is that iron? No. Diamonds. What the heck am I thinking? Alright, so we need a crafting recipe. We're going to set this up. Let's go ahead and grab that, and we'll set it in here somewhere. Once again, down here with the draconic evolution. We're going to need a lot more of these assemblers. So let's go ahead and drop our lapis blocks in here, and crafting fusion, actually. So we'll craft 1 of these, and that should make everything. There we go. So there is the crafting core. So we're going to drop this guy right there. So next up we need the injectors, the crafting injectors. So this thing takes a draconic core, some diamonds, and some stone, and a block of iron. So we should have everything available for that. We'll go ahead and set this pattern up, and we'll set this in here. And I always forget that we can't have the pattern in our hand when we click on this thing. Alright, so now if we go with the injector, we can craft just 1 of these. Now, it actually makes a difference how many of these you have placed around the crafter, but we need 1 of them for sure, at least 1 block away from the crafting core. So this is actually the basic setup, but we're going to need a lot more, because if we look at the uses on the crafting core, like this one here, to put the draconic bow into this, well, any bow, into the better bow with the upgrade, we need at least 8 injectors there. So yeah, that's what we've got there. And actually, the one that we are looking for is the Awakened Draconium Blocks, I believe. And for that, we actually need the Wyvern crafting. So the Wyvern crafting injector requires 8 of the basic injectors. So let's go ahead and make up a few more of those. So we need 7 more for sure. And this may take a little bit because, oh, nope, actually it didn't take very long at all. But so we need to place these around here, and from what I understand, it does not matter how they are placed as long as they have a clear shot of this. And we should be able to, let's see, if we place this here, and then we'll place these guys here. We'll have to break this one. And I noticed that they're not stacking once I place them down. So this actually should work. So fusion crafting, show recipes. So yeah, that's not going to show us the basic ones. So now the question is, how do we make this work? So we need to make the next tier. So we need another injector. Let's go ahead and grab one of these. And then to make this, we need a Wyvern core, 2 Draconic cores, a Draconium block, and 4 diamonds. Alright, so let's look up cores. So we need 2 of these, right, Draconic cores. We need 1 Wyvern core. Alright, so there's the Wyvern core. Where are the Draconic cores? Stop it. Did it use those? It must have used them to make the Wyvern core. Okay, so we have 2 of those. We need a Draconium block, which the Draconium ingots are contained within there, and then we need diamonds. So where are the diamonds? We need 4 diamonds. So let's just go ahead and grab 4 of these. And then we have the injector. So I believe what we do is we place the injector here, and then we place each of these in these guys. Just by right-clicking them, it put 2 of them on there. Okay, so maybe we don't need that many. So if we do this, that should be enough. Now the only thing that we have left is getting some power to the core, I believe. Now, I checked, we don't have any of our power stuff here, so I think we'll just place a solar panel on top of this for now. Is this going to do something? How does this work? We've got to try to figure this out. So maybe I need to go and watch a bit of a tutorial here. I don't know. I've never worked with this fusion crafting, like I've said before. So maybe we need 1 in each item. I don't know. But let me try to figure this out and I'll be back. So I was actually incorrect here. We need power to the injectors, not to the crafting core. And it does look like we need the items spread out completely around every one of the injectors. Now we could have put all these together in one spot, and I didn't really feel like moving them all. But now if we right click on this crafting core, it shows the recipe that we have and what it's going to turn it into, and we can press start. So this is now pulling in some power from our solar panels, and it is sparking some lightning into the center, and we can kind of see how far it is. So there we go. Oh, that is cool. So now all of those are in the middle, and it is adding them to the centerpiece. This is actually really cool. Spinny, spinny. Oh, faster, faster, faster. And the items get sucked into the center. It's getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And there we go. Wyvern Fusion Crafting Core. So we are going to need a whole bunch of these Now, the one thing that I know about this is you can get a 9x9 of these crafting core or crafting injectors around your core in all 6 directions. They can be above, below, and then in all 4 cardinal directions. So that figures out to 54 possible combinations of injectors. Now, as far as I can tell, the tablet says that you can mix and match injectors, but I would imagine that, like our Wyvern injector is capable of doing things that a basic injector can do, but the basic injectors cannot do things that the Wyvern can do. So I guess the next thing to do is just to keep working on making, because we need 8 of these Wyvern injectors next, but continue working on making the Wyvern injectors, and then we can actually make our Awakened Draconium, which, yeah, is going to take Dragon Hearts. Now let's just see how many Dragon Hearts we have. We have 1. So we are going to have to kill a whole bunch of Ender Dragons. We have not really worked with that. So yeah, I am going to get these Wyvern Fusion Crafting Injectors made up, and then I will look at what is it going to take for us to go and get a whole bunch of Dragon Hearts. So I have all of these crafting injectors upgraded to the Wyvern injectors. I've also set up here to where all 3 of my solar panels that I have over here are pumping power into these guys, so we shouldn't have any issues there. So the next thing is to get a whole bunch of Dragon Hearts. Now I have set up recipes in here to make the End Crystals, which we need to revive the dragon, and this guy takes another star, a gas tier, and 7 glass panes for each one, and we need 4 crystals to get the dragon. So let's take a look at that crystal, and we will go ahead and craft, we'll go with 20 of them. We don't have a whole heck of a lot of gas tiers. This is actually about 2/5 of our total gas tiers availability. So let's go ahead and craft those, and there we go, 20 End Crystals. So we have the stuff that we need here. We have our rapier, we have our Electrum longbow, and now we are going to head to the end. We're going to revive some dragons. So I don't remember if we have end portal. Yes, we do have a dialing device at the end portal, and it looks like the game is going to lag just a little bit. That did not send me to the end portal. What are you going to do this time? Okay, that's kind of weird that it didn't send me to the end portal. But anyway, here we are at the end portal. Let's go ahead and drop in. And we should be able to quickly get up here to the center of the end. And we'll place down our crystals around this. And we'll place these guys down here. And this should revive the dragon. So there we go, the dragon is being revived. Let's go ahead and just back off here a little and allow the dragon to revive and do its thing. And then we're going to kill it repeatedly. So, yeah, you've pretty much all seen dragon fights, so I'm not going to bother recording this. I'm going to kill all 5 of the dragons that I have available with the End Crystals, and then I'll be back. So after I got done killing those dragons, I decided to go wandering around the end for a little while, and I happened to stumble upon this. Now this is a meteor that is added in by Draconic Evolution, and as you can see, there is draconium ore in it. Now as far as I could tell as I was wandering around here, this is the only place that you're going to find draconium ore in the end. So what I want to do here, I want to go through this thing and mine everything out, but there is this obsidian rock here at the front of this thing, and I really want to know if there's anything special in this or if it is just a big block of obsidian. So I've got my bigger of the 2 Terra Shatterers, and first layer down gave me nothing. There's a bit more draconium ore there. looks like it's just going to be a solid block of obsidian with a whole bunch of draconium ore. Now this is rather much of a small meteor, so yeah, there's nothing special in there, but I gotta go through here and dig out all of this ore, because yeah, draconium is still very, very scarce. So get that done, and I will come back hopefully at the base and we can take a look at a few more things. Alright, so I'm back at the base, and as I was continuing to explore around the end, I found another meteor. This one was much larger. Now the first meteor didn't even give me half a stack of draconium ore. Not very good return. Well, the second one I decided I needed to set my RF Tools builder up on, because it gave me another stack, or 3 1/4 stacks. So yeah, we got a lot of draconium ore from that. That is very nice. So I've got my inventory set up here so that we can get this crafting done. So we need to have a wyvern core in each of 6 locations around this particular setup. So let's go ahead and put down our 7 dragon hearts, because yes, I did kill another one after I finished out what I was working on. Then we need 7 wyvern cores in each of 6 spots, and then we will be placing in 4 draconium blocks for each setup. Now, do I have something wrong here? Let's take a look here. What is the recipe? 6 draconic cores. Did I make draconic core? I made wyvern cores. Are you kidding me? I'm an idiot. Okay, so the draconic cores are actually a lower level. I was wondering why that was such an expensive thing. Okay, so we need 42 of these. Hopefully it won't take forever to do. Nope, just crafting, so that should be done here shortly. We'll go ahead and drop these wyvern cores back in here. So, yeah, that's actually good, because actually draconium ore is going to start to become a bit of a scarcity unless we figure something out to get a renewable supply of it. Now, I have a few ideas of what we can do for that. I just don't know for sure just yet. So there we go. 6 draconic cores, 1 dragon heart, 4 draconium blocks. That's going to make 4 of the awakened draconium blocks. So we'll let this do its crafting. Now, obviously, I've got 7 recipes there. Now, I found out in making these crafting injectors, whoops, screwed that up. In making these fusion crafting injectors, that you can place multiple items on here, and even though the item looks like it disappears once the craft starts, it only takes 1 item at a time, and when it's done, the next group will, or the next item will show up. So not an issue. Need to see if we can automate this too, so that we can just tell the system to craft something. But yeah, I think gonna go ahead and just craft these off camera, and then we will look at what is next. So I've got all that draconium turned into awakened draconium blocks, and in the next episode we will be looking at what to do with this stuff. But to finish out this episode, I was just kind of looking through the information tablet, trying to decide what I could do just for a little bit, and I realized that we have this disenchanter, and as I read on it, I thought that is perfect for all of these wonderful items that we have been getting from the end. I guess there's no enchantments on those. But what this does, it says, with this device you are able to transfer enchantments one at a time from your items to books at the cost of experience. The cost is determined by the level of each enchantment relative to the enchanter's max level. Removing an enchantment from an item also has the secondary effect of reducing the item's repair cost, making it possible to re-enchant the same item as many times as you like. To use it, simply place the enchanted item in the first slot, place a regular book in the center slot, and press the transfer button. The first enchantment will be stripped from the item and applied to the book. So, this is just absolutely incredible considering some of the things that we have in here. A lot of mending. We have fuel efficiency, which I'm not sure what we would use that on, but we have a lot of mending, a lot of unbreaking, a lot of regular efficiency, soulbound, which is something that I definitely want considering that, yeah, here a little while ago I was messing around, went down to the spawn area to refill all of my mana tablets, and Apache was down there testing something out. Apparently he made some exploding arrows. I didn't know what the heck it was, and I went up to the top of his base and he shot me a couple of times. So I went ahead and hit him a couple of times. Well, after a while, the entropy on my armor down here at the bottom filled up to 100%, and Apache killed me in 2 hits. So, yeah. So I want to get soulbound so that if that ever happens, we get a lot of this stuff back, and I think we can put soulbound on our angel ring too. But so let's go ahead and make this thing up. So we need the disenchanter. We need some enchanted books. Now we do have some enchanted books over here, but I think they're a bit higher level than we want to use. We have knockback 2. That's kind of a pointless book. Mending and unbreaking 3. Yeah, we don't want to use that. So, we are going to have to get one more enchanted book. And you know what? We're just going to make one. We have these book and quills. These are for this thing, so we're going to drop this in here. And the recipes here, where are the recipes? Right here. We just want something that's kind of pointless and is not going to take a lot of stuff. Feather falling. We have tons of feathers. Let's go ahead and grab that. So, feather. So we'll grab 1 feather, and we'll get a feather falling 1 book. We need 6 levels. Let's go ahead and retrieve 6 levels. 6, not 7. Alright, so we've got a feather falling book as well. So let's go ahead and get this disenchanter made. No. Disenchanter. Oh, crud, we're going to need some bookshelves too. I wonder if we have any. I know we don't have any books. No, we don't have much of anything for that. We need an enchanting table. We don't have any books. Okay, let's get some books. So do we have any paper? Yes, we do. We don't have very much. Okay, so I did set up a recipe for paper. What? I did set up a recipe for paper, but it's not a very good recipe because it's using the... Well, it's the recipe that uses sawdust. So if we look at the recipes here, I'm using this one. We have sawdust from thermal foundation and then a water bucket. And that makes 2. The only issue with that is we don't have very many buckets. I've got this mechanical user set up here so that it will grab water out of the sink. But, yeah, I think we need to set up a whole bunch more buckets. You know what? Let's just do that. We'll go ahead. What are you? A rusty ladder? The stuff that you find sometimes. Alright, so that should immediately start dumping those out here. They'll get filled and pulled back into the system. So, it's not exactly the most efficient system in the world. You know what, we'll make another 16, why not? We've got tons of iron. And now let's go ahead and make up some paper. How much of this can we... That's actually not what I intended to do because... yeah, that then gives us the garbage in there. So let's see, can we make 30? No. We can't quite make that many. This kind of sucks, actually. Alright. So, can we make 10 more? Yes, we can. Alright. So, books. Let's go back to Draconic Draconic Evolution? I don't want Draconic Evolution. Alright, so books. How many books can we make now? 13. We're going to need a lot of books, so I've got to craft a huge amount of paper and get some bookshelves made up, and then I'll be back. So something that I just found out, we have to use vanilla bookshelves. We cannot use any of these other bookshelves from the bookshelf mod. And actually, let's see, if we break these, will it give us back our books like a vanilla bookshelf? Yes, it will. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so let's take a look. Do we have any oak? Yes, we do. Alright, we're going to have to use our other crafting stuff here. Let's go ahead and clear that, clear that. Alright, so yes, I know we need to use sawmills for that. I don't have them set up currently. So let's go ahead and make a few more of these guys. 1, 2, yeah. For some reason, when we changed over to the new server location, all of our achievements got reset. So you may see a few early game achievements show up. Apache got returned to sender earlier this morning. But yeah, there we go. There is our disenchanter, and we need to grab some more of these books. So we've got 30 books available here. We'll grab this guy so that we can get those books out of there too. Alright, so let's see how this thing works. So we'll place down our disenchanter here. I think, well, we should be able to put the books in there. That shouldn't be an issue. So let's find some enchantments that we want. XP boost would be nice. Soulbound, Unbreaking 3. Actually, that sounds like a really good setup. XP boost 3, actually. That's even better yet. Mending and Respiration 3. Fuel efficiency 4. We'll go with those for now. So if we put these items in here, we need the book. And let's go ahead and take this one first. So how many levels do we need for this? Is it going to tell us? Okay, so for the XP boost 2, we need 13 levels. So let's go ahead and grab 13 levels. And we will extract the XP boost 2. So there we go. And we're going to get all of these tools out of this too. Now, is there any use for these diamond pickaxes aside from like this, the track relayer card? There's going to be a lot of stuff apparently. Oh yeah, the quarry cards and the quantum quarry stuff. Okay. RF tools dimensions. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of use for that stuff. So let's go ahead and drop this back in here. So now we need 20 levels for Soulbound. So we'll grab that. Let's go ahead and extract Soulbound. Nice. And finally, we need 20 levels for the Unbreaking 3. So there we go. We now have all of these enchanted books, which those are some really good ones. And we're going to check and see if we can put that on to our angel ring like I wanted. So let's see, can we take our angel ring and add Soulbound? Yes, we can, at a cost of 4 XP. Wow, that is ridiculously cheap. So now if we die anywhere in the world or in another dimension, we will respawn with our angel ring so that we can fly back to where we need to go. That is absolutely great. So I think what I'll probably do is go through pretty much all of these tools and take the enchantments that I want off of them, see which items are worth actually keeping, which ones we'll just toss. You know, obviously all of the iron stuff can be melted down in the Tinker's Smeltery, so we might utilize that to salvage some of the iron out of there, even though it's not that big of a deal. These bronze things, they never show up enchanted, and we can't do anything else with them. So I don't know what we want to do with those, if we want to set them up for people that might join the server later on as a starter kit. Sounds like it might be an interesting idea. But anyway, I am way past time on the episode today, so I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to give a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any thoughts about what I've been working on or something that you would like to see, be sure to leave that down in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye! With my glitchy armor.